Hey everyone, it's Jessica and I'm back with another video for you for the Peartree Cutfiles design team. Today I'm using this beautiful giant rainbow cut file, and as you can see here, I've already cut it out in some smooth white cardstock, and then I cut it out again, I believe 4 more times in each of those patterns that you see there. I am using the Vicki Boutin print shop collection along with a sheet of white Vicki Boutin foundations paper for my base, and I am adding some mixed media today. So I just outlined my top little rainbow piece, and then I am using some abandoned coral, I believe it is, and some distress ink, and I am just kind of layering this on with my paintbrush just like watercolor, and then I'm just flicking some on to create some splatters as well. So I'm going to put a little bit more dimension to this by pulling out some of the distress oxide spray, and I'm just going to dip my brush directly into that pot and just kind of paint it on the same way, just giving it a little bit more dimension. So whenever you use these, the inks are a little bit more transparent, and then the oxides are more of kind of like a chalky finish, so you can't see through them as well. And I just kind of layer them. So I'm just going to continue to build this, and what I'm going to do next is I'm just going to distress each of these little rainbow pieces that go on the insides, because I want to rough up all of those edges to give those some dimension. And then I'm going to fast forward this a little bit so you don't have to watch me do that to each of these little rainbow pieces. And then I'm just going to go ahead and start gluing this down. As soon as I get my other mixed media on the bottom, I'm going to add some purplish blue to the bottom, just like I did for the pink at the top. So I just needed to lay that down to kind of create a template so that I can draw on where exactly I need that mixed media to go, just like I did for the top. So I started with some dusty concord distress oxide, and I realized I didn't really like the color. I thought it was basically a perfect match, but once I added the water to it, it didn't look like the color that I wanted it to, and I pulled out some seedless preserves, added that to it. It still wasn't really the color that I was going for, but I thought, you know what, I will start here because I know that I'm going to layer this and add some more color. So I put that on first, and then after I cleaned this part up, then I go in with some distress ink, and I can't remember offhand. I think it's Villainous Potion, I think is this one. So then that's where I really darken that up. And I just love using the Tim Holtz glass mat for mixed media, because as you can see, you've watched me just use that right on top of my glass mat, and then it just wipes right off so clean. So I absolutely love it. I'm just going to go ahead and glue down my rainbow now using some Nuvo liquid glue, and I'm just going to apply it to the whole entire back of that rainbow. I'm going to glue the white cardstock pieces down, and then I'm going to glue down each of the rainbow pieces. So I have cut each one from a different pattern paper in the Vicki Boutin print shop collection. I've already distressed all of the rainbow pieces in each of the colors. I tried to kind of stick with the rainbow colors as they go, like the Roy G. Biv with the pink first, and then the yellow, and then it fades into the blue and the violet. So I tried to stick to basically a true rainbow kind of theme, but obviously my colors are a little bit different. So but I really like how it turns out. I love how that mixed media just kind of peeks in and around the rainbow, and that's really the thing that I was going for here. And sometimes I dream about my layouts. This is one that I was thinking about. I don't know if I was dreaming about it or if I just woke up thinking about it, but this was an idea that popped into my brain at probably about 3:30 in the morning, and I'm just finally now getting it down on paper. So I'm glad that this has actually come to life onto paper, and my vision has been brought to paper here, and I can document this memory. So this is a photo of my 2 boys looking at a double rainbow at our farm, and this photo I had a little help with my sister on as far as editing, because I really had a vision in mind that I wanted the whole photo black and white, but I wanted those rainbows to be in color. So she is a Photoshop whiz, and she really helped me out on this one, because I don't think I could have edited this one myself. I can do basic things, but this one was a little bit more difficult to edit, and she did an amazing job on it and just brought it to life like I wanted. So it turned out perfect, and I actually got it framed as well with the quote that I'm going to put on here for the grandparents for Christmas last year. So it's an amazing photo, and everybody loves it. So I'm just happy that I can finally get it into my book for myself. So I've pulled out some of the die cut embellishments. They're very large. I have a hard time using these from American Crafts because they are just so big. So what I usually do with the flowers is I like to cut them in half and use half of them at a time. So I like to tuck them around my photos. I like this little clip here. I'm not sure if I keep that there, if I change it, but I'm just adding little bits, and I'm not really adding a whole lot to this because I really want that photo to shine and kind of be the centerpiece, and then I'm going to put the quote beneath it. So I really want the focus to be on those two areas, and of course that pretty rainbow. So I'm just kind of tucking in a few of these little floral pieces just to kind of enhance that photo and give it some dimension. And then I'm just going to put this moments down here because this was just a spectacular moment and just a really fun day, and my boys just absolutely loved seeing this rainbow over our barn. It was just so perfect. And I wish that the photo, I wish it did it more justice, because that double rainbow was just absolutely gorgeous, and it looks really pretty in the photo, but it really still does not do it justice at all. But it's close, but no, you know, everything looks better in person, so it's hard to get things on camera sometimes. I'm just ruffling up the edges of my flowers just to give those some dimension as well, because I really like the looks of that. Kind of looks like the petals are dimensional and kind of jumping off the page. And then I've popped up that little flag banner piece with some foam squares by Thermoweb. And I really like this butterfly. I'm just going to glue down just the very center of the butterfly, and then I'm going to leave the wings kind of flying free. I still feel like it's lacking a little bit of something, so I'm going to pull out the sticker book, which I love, and see if there's anything else that I can add. I do find a little flower from the sticker sheet that I'm going to add by the butterfly, and then I'm going to add my quote on here, which is by Maya Angelou. It just says, "Be a rainbow in someone else's cloud," and that's actually what I got printed on the photos as well for the Christmas gifts that I did. So I thought it was pretty fitting. I had many hours searching Google for the right rainbow quote. So if anybody, I don't know if anyone else does that or not, but I love to search Google for different quotes and things that I can use in scrapbooking. It definitely comes in handy sometimes. And I think it's funny too, because the other day we did my celebration hop on YouTube for me hitting my 1,000 subscribers, and one of my scrappy friends, Monique, actually did a rainbow layout, and she used a different rainbow quote, and she had mentioned as well how she searches Google for quotes too, and I just thought it was so funny. So here's the finished layout. I just love how this one turned out in the end, and I hope you guys do too. So I hope that I've inspired you to create something. You can grab the cut file in the shop, and I will link it below for you. So thank you so much for watching, guys. Have a great day. Bye-bye.